everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a brief sort of to the point review of these two pieces. The first is the Cartier Love Bracelet in the mini size, and the second is the matching Cartier Love Ring in the mini size. I got both of these in the gold, which I believe is 14 karat gold. I'll just give you the rundown of my purchasing experience and my opinions on these pieces. I can't full on compare them to the full size Love Ring or Love Bracelet because I don't own those, but I am aware of some of the differences between the pieces, so I'll go ahead and of course share that information with you as well. I just find that the thinner style, because it's the difference between the mini and the regular is like the regular is almost double the width, and I just find that the mini is way more to my style, and it helps that it's about $1,000 I think or so less as well. But for me, the main thing is I just feel like it suits me better, and I kind of think they're prettier in the thinner and more dainty form. But that's just my opinion. If you love the thick one, then you love the thick one. So these were purchased at the Cartier in JFK Airport, which is really neat because if you're flying out of Terminal 1, and if you're flying internationally, even if say you're like a New York resident, you won't pay sales tax, and the prices there in general are cheaper than in the store, to the tune of maybe about 10% cheaper. So the bracelet, which clocked in at around, I believe, $3,100, I'll put the exact price on the screen, comes in at 10% or $300 or so cheaper than you would purchase it in any store. Or maybe for other airports also do the same discount, I'm not sure, but I'm certain that JFK does, and you can always call them beforehand to confirm. They were really helpful on the phone and in person, not kind of like that snooty staff experience, but actually really nice. And the ring comes in, instead of being about $1,100 or $1,200, is about $1,000 even. And like I said, there's no sales tax, so when you're purchasing items this expensive, the sales tax obviously adds up. You get them packaged in the beautiful Cartier bag with the luxurious red roping. It's my washer and dryer. Bear with me. This is the box that the bracelet came in. It opens like so to reveal this beautiful red presentation box with the gold detailing along the sides. You have a small button in the front, and you pop it open, you get a good grip, and that's where the bracelet rests, and this is where the key rests, and the key did come in this little plastic baggie. So while the regular Love Bracelet has two, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong about anything I say regarding the regular Love Bracelet, because as you know I don't have one, but the regular size comes with two locks, and both have to be unlocked, and it'll actually separate into two pieces. This, on the other hand, is one piece with a latch. So I think this is actually my only first or second time opening it. I've worn it every single day since the day I got it, and it always confused me when people are like, when they say every day, do they mean, do they shower with it? Do they sleep with it? Yes, I shower with it. I sleep with it. It has not, the bracelet has not come off. The ring has probably come off once or twice when I was cleaning or when I knew, you know, that there was a risk of scratching it, so I took it off. But I'm actually going to tell you a story in a little bit about how when I wish I at least took the ring off, but I didn't, because I do find that these scratch up pretty easily. It's not necessarily difficult to scratch them. But the key is basically like a flat screw, and that's what it looks like with the little rivets on the other side. And one nail head, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, try to focus you. One nail head on the bracelet is risen, while the rest are just engraved into the gold. That's the one that you open, and the screw head always lies horizontally flat, and then you just put the key in, and you can twist it. See if I even know how to do this. To the left, I would guess. So this is, you know, I would think easier to do alone while you watch me struggle with it. It's easier to do alone than the regular Love Bracelet, which, but you know, the myth of that is that it requires two people and your loved one puts it on you, right? So I went ahead and I popped it open just by screwing the screw to the left. I'll go ahead and take it off, and as you see, it's still one piece. So there's a hinge on the other side, and that's how you get it on and off. So it's of course helpful to have somebody else putting it on, and my boyfriend, now fiance, put it on for me. When he purchased it for me, I purchased the ring for myself. We got them at the same time. We had a lot to celebrate. So he was the one who went ahead and put it on and screwed it in for me, and he likes doing that part. I think it was kind of fun for him, and the sales associate had a lot of fun, like getting him all prepared to do that. But it's not as necessary with this piece as it is with the regular love bracelet, which again detaches into two completely separate items. So along the inside of the bracelet, I do see it says Cartier 17 with a serial number. I doubt you'll be able to see that, but that is engraved on the inside. And putting it on should be simple. There's a little oh, I'm sorry, you missed it. There's a click. It actually clicks right in. So it'll actually click in. Oh, see, I had to pull it kind of hard to do it, but it'll click. And then you go ahead, and right now the line of the screw is not the same way as all the engraved ones. So you can just take the key and let's twist it to the right. And I think we can twist it 3 times. So you get, we could twist it even more. So let's keep twisting it around. And then now it's pretty flat against, not all the way flat, but it's flat against the rest of the gold bracelet. I'm not sure if there's a limit to how many times you can turn it, but I just turned it maybe like 4 or 5 times. And let's see if I could turn it one more time. I think I turned it 4 times. And I turned it a 5th time. And now it's really screwed in. Let's do it again. Sorry about this. Let me just get it. Okay, and now it's really screwed in there and is nice and pretty much flat against the other engraved nail heads. Now, what I did notice in doing that is that this screw has absolutely come loose in the time since I first put it on all those months ago, which was towards the end of May when this was purchased, and it's September now. So May, June, July, and August. So I've had this piece for 4 months. This is my first time screwing the screw, and it has come loose, which is something I've read. So no matter what type of bracelet you have, you want to be checking that the screw is tight because they can come loose and open. But with this also having the click feature to close it, I think you're less likely to actually have the bracelet fall off than you would if the bracelet were in 2 pieces like it is with the full size. So that's the rundown of the bracelet. I mean, the ring is very simple. It's just, you know, a standard 1-piece ring. And I'll try to get it close to you, and I'll try to get the focusing. Pardon any shaking while I try to focus. I'll insert photos if I can't get the focusing very good. So you might be looking at a photo right now. And you'll see that the ring has definitely acquired some scratches. So has the bracelet over the 4 months that I've been wearing these pieces. So that would kind of be my biggest warning to you. They're not like steel or diamond or some sort of material that is scratch resistant. I would in fact even call them scratch prone. So if you're purchasing these pieces, especially something like the bracelet with intent to never really take it off, just be prepared for it to get scratched because it's kind of delicate, almost delicate to scratching. They're gonna get scratched. We were on our way to Greece, that's why we're at JFK, and while we were there, we kind of went swimming along a beach and there were a lot of rocks, and I didn't even think to take the ring off because I already had it in my mind, I'm always gonna wear it, I'm never gonna take it off. This was kind of like my wedding ring to myself, like since I got this for myself, like my commitment to love myself, something silly like that, I just wanted it. So I already had it in my head that I was never gonna take the ring off, but right after we went into that beach, I noticed like the biggest scratch that it still has to this day was from going to that beach. So I was bummed about that soon after the fact. So With the ring especially, since it's very easy to just slip on and off, I would recommend taking it off if you're doing like heavy cleaning, if you're moving, you know, if there's any situation where you can take it off and put it in a safe place and then do that activity, you know, go ahead and do that. So that's the biggest warning I would give you regarding these pieces that I'm not sure a lot of people really talk about. I haven't heard much about how prone to scratching they really are. But really quickly, that was the packaging for the bracelet, and the box popped open. Here's the packaging for the ring, similar style box, a little smaller. Very beautiful. Pop it open and then the ring would rest right in the little groove right there. It says Cartier in the white. This one's white. The inside of the ring presentation box is black. And overall, I really love having these pieces. I think they're timeless. I think they are definitely, you never really have to take them off. There's never, you know, other than protecting them, but there's never like a fashion situation where, you know, they're not appropriate to wear because they're understated, but also very beautiful. The way these catch sunlight and glimmer in the sun is gorgeous. It's definitely one of my favorite things about the pieces. They're beautiful out in the sun. They hit beams of light. They're really awesome in that way. Yeah, so just be warned that they can scratch. And you can see in real life what the mini looks like. And I think they're really pretty, and I think they're even more understated than the full size. And they're fun for stacking. I only have one. I'm not really craving another. I would maybe consider silver in the full size and wear it on this wrist. But I'm not really dying for one. Another thing I might consider, since they scratch, is looking on the pre-loved market, because their odds are, unless you're super careful or unless you're not really doing much, where there's much risk of getting them scratched, you know, you could always go pre-loved, save hundreds of dollars, since it's gonna get scratched anyway, and there is a lot on the pre-loved market. So I might consider browsing there. And if you're in the market for any of the Cartier Love jewelry, or really a lot of high-end jewelry is out there on the pre-loved market if you look around. So I hope this video is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!